Thank you for the invitation to make a presentation in relation to Congreso Futuro to be held in Santiago, Chile. And I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. First of all, I want to congratulate the scientists, farmers, and land managers of Chile for a great success in agriculture. Chile's agricultural exports include wine, fresh fruit, dairies, salmon, pork, poultry, and forestry products. In 2021, agriculture-related sectors represented 24.4% of total Chilean export of $21.9 billion, which is 9% of total GDP of $24.2 billion, and agriculture sector employed about 10% of Chile's labor force. So this is a commendable accomplishment. Agricultural land use in Chile include 21.1% of the total area, of which arable land is 1.7%, permanent crops 0.06%, permanent pastures 18.8%, forest 21.9%. So arable land is very small percent. However, agricultural success has to a great extent depend on use of fertilizers and pesticide. Pesticide use in Chile is 2.68 kilogram per hectare average versus 0.93 kilogram per hectare in OECD countries. There are also serious issues of soil salinity that affect 76 million hectares in Chile, and low nitrogen use efficiency, which increases leaching of nitrogen into the environment. Fertilizer consumption in Chile is 52.2% of the total fertilizer production in 2020. Soil degradation also includes soil erosion in addition to salinization, which impacts 37 million hectares of national territory. As I said already, salinization affects 76 million hectares, and soil compaction and loss of organic matter degrades soil health and its functions. So it's important, therefore, for Chile and Latin America to adopt nature-positive agriculture. What does that mean? Because of its large environmental footprint, there's a strong and urgent need for developing innovative farming systems which reconcile the need to produce food with the necessity to restore the environment. Therefore, 21st century green revolution in the Latin American and Chilean context should be more resource-based, soil-based, especially soil resilience-based, ecosystem-based, which is involved improving the eco-efficiency of inputs, especially fertilizers and pesticides, and it should be science-driven and knowledge-based, so that the idea is producing more from less, and at the same time using soil as a carbon sink through soil carbon sequestration. LISAM is a project which I'm involved, Living Soils of the America, through IICA, which between 2020 and 2030, we hope its implementation will limit greenhouse gas emissions from agriculture, improve soil health and agronomic productivity, decrease carbon footprint of agriculture, and remove CO2 from the atmosphere by sequestering carbon in the terrestrial biosphere, including soil restoration as an integral component of the national and regional program, and protecting carbon in soils, forests, and wetlands. That brings us to the improvement of the soil health. In fact, in Chile, several case studies have shown increase up to 48% in yield by improving soil health, which means treating soil as a living entity, which means improving activity and biodiversity of soil organism, through improving soil organic matter content and soil health. The strong link between soil and life is very much dependent upon soil health, because all life depends on the soil. There can be no life without soil and no soil without life. They indeed have evolved together. And to go a step further, it's important to realize that rhizosphere, the soil-root interface, is the only place in the universe where we know for sure that the death is resurrected into life. In this context, carbon farming is a very important concept, which means restoring health of degraded and depleted soil by improving organic matter content and restoring eco-efficiency for producing more from less. The idea is to produce more food from less land, less water, less input of fertilizer and pesticide, less use of energy, and less emission of carbon and greenhouse gases, and saving land, water, and natural resources for nature. Soil-human health nexus is a very important concept, because health of soil, plants, animal, human environment is one and interconnected. Therefore, in addition to socioeconomic factors, food security research must also address environmental and resource management issues. The idea is to transform the current system, which lead to deplete, degrade, destroy, discard, dominate, and take land from nature. The idea is to adopt policy of reduce, reuse, recycle, regenerate, and restore land so that we can return some land and natural resources back to nature. This is where regenerative agriculture is an important concept. Regenerative agriculture is inspired by eco-innovation. It's powered by non-carbon energy, driven by a circular economy and green infrastructure, and supported by the recarbonization of the terrestrial biosphere as the bedrock of sustainable development. In this regard, cooperation with the private sector is very important, because there's a growing recognition of the importance of cooperation between the private sector, farmers, land manager, development organization, academician, and policymaker, so that we can translate science into action by developing pro-farmer and pro-nature and pro-agriculture policies and innovation. Finally, it's very important to think that agriculture must be done in such a way that food quality is like medicine. When the diet is wrong, medicine is of no use, and when the diet is right, medicine is of no need. Therefore, right diet is grown on healthy soils, and healthy soil is the source of all the nourishment. It provides food to nourish our bodies, gives rise to knowledge that nourishes our minds, and shares a beauty that nourishes our souls. And thank you for the opportunity to talk to you.